Morning.
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 How are you today?
Well, how are you?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
Beautiful day.
It is gorgeous out.
We hope you have a good day.
Thank you. Appreciate that, sir.
We do. We hope you find peace today. We hope that's what we hope. We're all looking for peace. We're looking for love. We're looking for direction. We're looking for light.
Pardon?
Are you from Redlands?
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Okay.
How you doing with our new policy that we're
Not so well, sir.
It's probably a tough thing, isn't it? Well, time it kind of all works out. We hope it all works out in the end. And we can understand it better, and you can understand it better, and we all can understand it better, and figure out how it can help us all. Really do. It's kind of caused a lot of soul searching within our own church too. It's kind of made us think about different things and try to figure out how this all fits together. So we hope it hasn't hurt very much. It probably has, but we hope it hasn't. And hope we can figure out a way to understand each other better. Figure out how to understand each other better. As a younger man, I had interesting feelings about different things, but now as an older person, I have, at least I'm thinking I'm trying to be more understanding, compassionate individuals as I try to figure out life and all its complexities. So I hope you'll give us time to kind of figure out this new policy ourselves.
We don't have a choice, but yes.
Yeah. So, and hopefully we can follow the two great commandments, which are love God first. And the way we love God is kind of the only way we can do it in this life is actually love our neighbor, our friends, and love each other. And sometimes our actions seem opposed to that concept. And
Wow, thank you. That was really profound. Thank you.
The bottom line is that we are kind to each other and we consider each other and we love each other and we do it through our actions. And the only way we can show our love to God is through our actions to each other. And sometimes to a certain degree, the complexities of life get in the way of that. It's not helpful sometimes. I work out in Palm Springs, and probably 20% of my patients, about 20% of my patients have HIV, and it's a very devastating disease for them. And but over the years, I've had a very close association with them, and I've had a lot of compassion for them, and I've had a lot of heartache for them, and going through such a frustrating experience. when they're human beings like I, we wake up in the morning, we have all the different things that are facing us, and one of the things that's facing them is such a very significant, difficult thing. And sometimes they don't come back to my clinic, and it's heartbreaking. But we have a very, very close association with some of my best, closest friends, and they hug me, and they love me, and they've changed my heart. And I appreciate the people that they are. So I hope, in reality, I hope your day is really good today. Every day of our life is kind of a gift from our Heavenly Father. It's a gift to us. We don't know how long we're going to be on this earth. We don't know what our varied experiences and our journeys are going to be, our travels are going to be, and what we don't need is to go through each day with conflict or anger or spite or anything like that. I try to live my day, each day, to be a joyous day from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. And I try, as a physician, my prayer as I go to work every day, I pray, I say, please don't let me harm anybody today. I really say that. So don't let me harm anybody, because I can't. The Hippocratic Oath says, do no harm. I learned that as a medical student. And when I thought I recited the Hippocratic Oath when I graduated from medical school, and I said, yeah, do no harm. And then after I harmed my first person as a patient, one of my patients, I understood how devastating, how Hippocrates knew that do no harm was the first law of medicine, because it's so painful. It is so painful to cause harm to another individual. And so I can honestly tell you this, when I do surgeries on Wednesdays, that before I leave my house, I say, do not let me harm any of my patients today. Because when I do, I can't sleep for weeks. I cannot sleep for weeks when that happens. And it's a very, very difficult experience. So I hope today is a good day for you. I hope today is a good day for us also. I hope you give us time as a church and as a people, neighbors, give us the time to kind of sort through this ourselves. And it's something that we are trying to sort through ourselves also. We know that we are firm believers that all questions belong to Him. He knows every single individual that's ever existed on this earth. He knows every single one by name. He knows every single person by personality, by identity, and everything. Each person is known to Him. And is loved by Him. And is loved by Him. It is. Each person, every person. Our scripture.
Sparrow does not drop from a tree.
No, we are here. We are here. We are loved. We are understood. Someday we will all sit together with Him, and He'll kind of help us understand the complexities of this earthly life in a more eternal setting. We'll sit down there. We'll sit down like we're sitting today. We'll have light upon us from the Lord. We'll invigorate our thoughts and our understandings of why things were in this life, why little baby children are born with diseases, and etc., etc. Why it had to be. And He'll explain things to us, and we'll be sitting in a very loving situation. It will be. I'm looking forward actually to this life being kind of back and also to a new sphere, a more perfect sphere. So I'm I'm sorry for your grief. I really am. I'm grateful that you have found companionship. I'm grateful that you have found comfort and peace in a situation that is beneficial and helpful for yourself. I
Thank
really
you.
am. I'm grateful for that. So it's an honor to have somebody who knows you, who supports you, who dignifies you, who completes you, who honors you, who's loyal to you.
For sure.
Those are just eternal, wonderful principles of life. And then you find that person that supports you and makes you a better person, and energizes you and comforts you, is loyal to you. Those are wonderful characteristics, and our Heavenly Father honors that and appreciates it. So I pray that you have, once again, you have a wonderful day today, that it's not a day of conflict, not a day of conflict. Nobody needs it. It's not the way that's supposed to happen. So
Thank you for taking the time to come out here.
you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
What are your names?
I'm Mary.
Mary is an awesome name.
Thank you. I think so too. This is my wife, Alicia.
Alicia? Ron?
Hi, Ron.
Mary?
I am Mary's mother
Mary's mother. What did you think of Mary? Where did you get that name?
in the temple.
Excellent. I love
Good pattern. Good name.
that is a good name. My
It's
mom.
not common anymore.
Not as much, yeah.
No, not as much.
My grandma actually named me. She said that I came to her in the temple and she saw me at about the age of 20-something. And she just perfectly described how tall I would be and what I would look like. And she told my mom that I wanted to be named Mary.
There you go. Her name shall be Mary.
And then I was with her in the temple, and she just turned and told me that, and I went, okay.
How tall are you?
6'3". How short are you?
I'm sure. Are you really 6'3"?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, come down here.
Okay, I'm 6. I got high shoes on. Yep, you are. I believe it. And my daughter is 5'10", and she thinks she looks down on everybody. I said, no, you don't. Mary's taller than you now.
It served me well. I played volleyball and basketball at BYU, and then
Did you really?
And then coached there afterwards.
Great. Really? What's your last name?
When I was there, it was Carpenter.
Mary Carpenter?
Yes, sir.
I followed the women's team for a while.
We played under Coach Michaelis.
Isn't Judson?
Yeah, he's there now. Yeah.
He's been there a long time.
Yeah, he was an assistant coach when I was there. Our head coach was Trent Shippen.
Okay, I remember Judson. That's the only one I remember.
Yeah, it was beforehand. I'm
So,
old.
You don't look old.
Well, I'm 38.
You don't look 38.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So what is Mary feeding you that's keeping you so young?
She's wandering. She gets ADD.
So hope what I've been saying is not kind of like vain words or anything like that. It's something I think about on a regular basis. It comes down to, the Lord talked about two commandments, and that was to love God and to love our neighbor. And kind of the only way we really can love God is by loving our neighbor, because it's not actually, we can't physically give him something or something like that, or get him like that. So we do that through our neighbors, our relationships with our neighbors. And so hopefully that we can. You went to BYU?
I did. And Rick's College.
And Rick's.
I did.
And
Which was colder?
Rick's, for sure, by like 100 degrees. Never been any place so cold in my life.
My wife is from Rigby.
Oh, she knows then.
From Redlands.
Yeah. No one lives there.
I taught school up there for a couple of years.
So how did you meet? What's your story?
Mutual friend. Yeah, mutual friend, and then we kind of just had similar circles, but never saw each other from that initial first meeting. And
Here,
then
there, somewhere else? Or?
Met here.
Here.
I also grew up just outside St. George, Utah, so we had very similar paths. My family is all Mormon.
What part of near St. George?
I was in Beaver Dam, Arizona,
Okay.
between Mesquite, Nevada, kind of before you go through the gorge up to St. George. Grew up there.
no.
One-room schoolhouse, little bell on
River
top.
or Muddy River? Not where the Muddy River is?
The Virgin River. Yeah.
Mesquite,
So it's
isn't that
muddy though, yes.
Yeah, it is very muddy.
Is that
Typically muddy.
chapel with the RV park next to it?
Yeah, I think so. Isn't that? I mean, just prior to the gorge is this beautiful. I mean,
Chapel.
stake center, and then you got this, like RV park in front of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
By the Zion outlets.
So
Is
did you
there?
meet here or?
Yeah, we met here.
in
But it was
Redlands?
funny because we had been dating for a few months. And then she took me to meet her grandma and mom, which I was very nervous about, as you can imagine. And then I kept kind of going and talking with her grandma and visiting her because she's getting along in years and gets lonely. And one day she was showing me a bunch of old pictures, and it had their relative so-and-so McDonald. And it said in, shoot, I can't remember the name of the town, in Utah. And I went, "You're related to McDonald's that lived in this town in Utah?" She was like, "Yeah." And I went, "Uh-oh." Like, I think we might be related. So I came back a few days later, a week later, and she came over and she had this book, her genealogy book, opened, and she was like, "Is this your grandma and your grandpa and your..." And her grandma and I are fifth cousins. Half fifth cousins. So, yeah.
So Mary and
Alicia.
And last name?
Winter.
Winter, and that's your mom?
Yeah.
And her last name is Winter?
Her last name is Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Like a pig on fire.
Bacon. Think bacon.
Bird bacon.
Right, so what is your career now? What do you do?
I used to be the head volleyball coach at the University of Redlands,
Okay,
but I have
serious?
bad health, so I'm actually retired right now. So I wrote a book and do websites, and it's kind of self-employed, retired.
How long did you do volleyball?
I started coaching as soon as I graduated at BYU, and then I just barely stopped, so I've been coaching the last 15 years.
You coached for 15 full years?
Yes, sir. At the college level.
You know a few things about volleyball.
Yeah, I do.
But you like the Olympics when they come.
I do. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Alicia, what do you do? What's your...
Graphic design.
Did you get a degree or just...
No, self-taught. I had my own
Self-taught?
business for a few years and decided that was a lot of stress.
Was it internet centered? Was it internet centered?
No. Well, now it is. Now it's e-commerce marketing.
And how do you get contacts?
Sure not.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, I did, boss.
Good. He's a pilot for American Airlines.
How do you get business? You just have a website that... it
Oh, no, I
calls through?
have an employer now. I sold a business.
Is that a house or
Yeah, we just bought a house in Yucaipa, actually. We moved there last month.
your own house?
Mhm.
How's that for the first one?
Yep, it was good.
How do you like the mortgage when it comes around once a month?
It's better than the rent payment.
Yeah, it's cheaper than rent by a lot.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
It's like $400 cheaper.
Isn't that
And you're
weird?
building equity.
You can't afford not to buy it. That's weird.
Yeah.
But, maybe you get your first water bill yet? Or,
Mhm. Yep, first bill's just arrived, so.
yeah. So it's like 30% less than last year.
So you're a physician?
I'm a physician, yes. I went to BYU. Probably the same time you, well, probably not. I was there. And I graduated in 81 or something like that.
Okay.
So kind of before you. Then I went to University of Utah. 4 years.
Scandalous.
I know.
Heathen.
I
Well,
found myself.
Well, feeding both worlds.
oh, no, I don't know who the apostate is here.
Then I went to the University of California, Davis for 3 or 4 years. And then I've been here in Redlands for my 27th year here.
Wow.
And in one job. Can you believe that?
Wow.
That's kind of like not a very common thing anymore.
No,
to do
it's
one
not.
Job your whole career, you know,
It's
Except
not.
for farmers.
except for farmers. I heard you farm until you're broke. You know how
That's
it goes?
right. Yeah.
So he's still doing it. So that's my path. I love Redlands. It's just a wonderful place. The schools are nice. Ukaipa's coming along too.
It's really nice up there. I like it.
Ukaipa Boulevard is, man.
Ukaipa used to be nothing more than an older retirement community. Lots of horses. Lots of horses. And unfortunately, the horses have gone away. Maybe they've moved out farther to the east.
Yeah,
these
they're still
people-
kind of on the north end.
Yeah.
These people build houses for people. And that's what they build the house on horses are like.
Yeah. Just like we drove chicken ranches and that.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good. How are you?
So yeah, it's been a wonderful place to be. The community's nice. This is not like a bedroom community, like serving somewhere else. It's kind of like people live here and they've got the Redlands Bowl and they've got the Smiley Library, market night, and they've got people that stay here, live here, and come. And
Yeah, I've lived here for 10 years.
they have this wonderful association. So it's a great place. It's not a perfect place, but it's a great place. We need more water to be perfect, I think.
The nature of California. Not much water.
So we got to get back to our lives. But I wish
Good to
you
visit
well
with you.
today.
Thank you,
I
sir.
really do. Wish you well today. Does your mom live close or?
Yeah, she just moved out to live with us.
From
Utah.
Living with you?
She used to live in Utah, yeah. Logan.
Now she's living with you.
Yeah, she just moved out. She was retired and moved out.
Charging
and
her
two.
rent. Should I tell her what the going rate is? Or?
No, don't tell her.
So, I hope peace. I really do. I pray for peace for you and your family. And that is actually what we're all seeking. Different directions, but I hope you have a blessed. I don't use that word very often, but I hope you have a very blessed day and a blessed experience. And I really do pray that you can find some joy in this life. It's kind of not easy to do that many times, but I pray for that. I hope for that. I hope for your relationship that it's enlightened and it's encompassing and it's loyal and it's progressive and makes you a better person. I really do.
It does. Every day.
And I recognize it. I hope you will let us also worship today, and let us worship also in our fashion.
We're not doing anything to stop that, sir.
No, that's good. If you want to sit in the shade or something like that,
No, we just want to stay
we don't want
off the property completely.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I
We're just
understand that. I understand that.
here to
logic
put a
too.
face to it.
I understand that logic too, and I appreciate you.
Humans, we own a home. Good
Yeah.
people, we work hard.
We're married.
We're faithful to each other. Our exciting life is watching a little Netflix at home and having Sunday dinner with our family.
I'm happy
We're no
for your
different than
happiness.
anyone else, but we love each other.
And I've served the church my entire life.
I am happy. If you wouldn't mind me shaking your hand, I appreciate both of you. I really do. And thank you for having enough energy to come out and do this. It's a good thing.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Go sit down. You've been staying a long time.
Why can't they look at us when they talk to us?
We don't mean it. It's hard to look it in the eye, you know?
The whole time they were talking about church stuff and spiritual stuff, they looked down. Both of them.
You're talking about where they lived and where they grew up. Right, yeah, completely relaxed.
Morning. Good morning. No, thank you, but thank you very much.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Have a good Sunday.